Hello, my name is Damon Krasinski, the owner and operator of DK Film Studios. Today we've got another development log for you all. Whoop, whoop, let's go. Whoop, whoop. All right. Big stuff to go over today. Big stuff. Before we get on into what we got to discuss today, let us get into the development tracker. So, not much has changed. You will see that there's another thing now in post-production. Episode 2 of Talking Neurodivergent has been recorded. Woohoo! I'm actually really glad that is done. We have another episode in post, which is exciting. I'm really happy about that. We're going to discuss a bit about that real soon. We also have some updates on the search. Obviously, that's our big ticket thing right now. We are definitely getting closer to filming, which is exciting. Focus Part 3. Some updates there. Due as well. We've got a little bit of updates on there as well. A lot to cover in post-production and a little bit in pre-production, which is perfectly fine. I am perfectly fine with that. I don't know why I did that. Ignore that. So, let us get into the search by first looking at the production timeline. So, we're still working on gathering the crew. We've got 2 roles left, as mentioned in the last devlog. There are 2 roles left that we need to fill. Rehearsals, I need to sit down and actually reach out to all the actors because we have found them all. We're going to talk about that real soon, but we have found them all. Costumes are going to be working on gathering the costumes is one of the next big things. Prop gathering and production design is up next. Is one of the big things we're working on. Once this month is over, we're going to be doing the big bang shebang, the dietary restrictions, meal plan, travel details, last minute things, all that loveliness, because that's very important. We're making pretty good progress with this. I'm quite happy with how this is coming together. With that out of the way, let's take a look at what's going to go more in depth. We have, as mentioned, we have finished our cast. We have a full cast now. Johnny and Reynolds have been found, and we now need to get to work on rehearsals. Making sure everything's good to go with them. I just need to get Bradley, who is our actor for Johnny. I just need to get his clothing detail, what clothes he's got on hand, and all that jazz. So we can provide him with what we need for him in if needed. Luckily, Reynolds has what we need, so that's perfect. I'll have to Dolly and Helena have what they need. I gotta confer with what we've got for Johnny and Taurus. We'll make that work. It's just sit down one weekend and do that. Go through all the costumes and see what we have there. I have met with the cinematographer. We went over how we're going to film this. We were mainly thinking to what I came up with when we were shooting wise. He was quite happy with it. He was able to pick up that I got a vision for this, which is great. My vision is kind of keep this simple. Nothing crazy. No real crazy moving shots. Unless needed, but I don't think we need that, which is fine. I don't mind as long as we get what we need, we're good. I feel like as long as we can get all the footage we need, we're gonna be in good order. All right, which I'm perfectly fine with. We also have our location. It's an old fort. That will work perfectly for pretty much every location of film. Yes, including the mall. The reasoning behind that is because there's not much to do. There's literally I can keep looking for a mall place to shoot, but this place has got everything else we need. It's gonna have a path we can film on. It's got a building nearby that's perfect for, the abandoned for where Johnny, Helena, and AJ meet up. We've got the fort itself, which is this old military battlement. That's got our that we could use all different parts of it all throughout. We can use another part of it just for Johnny and for AJ and Taurus at the mall. Have that be something they use. A whole host of things, honestly, and I really think we can make good use out of this. I think we'll be able to we'll be able to do a lot of good with this, and I definitely like it. I liked it. Amber likes it, which is also, me liking it is important, but Amber liking it as well is also important. We can't forget that she has to okay things as well. I do have a couple concerns with the location. And I tried to mitigate one of them, but somebody beat me to it. Reserving the thing that I would use to help prevent this. So there is a a pavilion where people can go and order things, can hang out, do all that jazz, which is fine. I don't mind. People can play music, the like. It's fine. It's just my concern is we might pick that up in the audio while we're recording, which I don't like. But if that's what it is, it's gonna be what it is. There might be a way to mitigate that a bit when we go to film, because I was able to at least. It would knock out one portion of the bass, but we could use most. We could still use a portion of it. There's a part of it that's far enough away where that wouldn't get picked up, which I like. That's the only reason why I was actually kind of glad I went to go check out the location. I tried to reserve a spot at the pavilion where we could then have everybody just be able to use that as our place to eat and all that jazz. But nope, that's not happening, unfortunately. Whatever. It's fine. We're gonna make it work. Another concern I have, and this is a big one, the weather. Since we're shooting outdoors, if it rains, we're fucked. We are genuinely fucked. That is the one thing. Now, I'm hoping, since we're filming in October, it doesn't rain, especially on those days. I'm gonna be really keeping an eye on the weather, and I'm gonna be pissed if it rains that day. On any of the days, because I don't know what we're gonna do. Might come up with a contingency plan in case it does rain and we get rained out, but I don't know. That might be something I sit down and talk with Amber at some point. If it's not us losing actors, it's the fact that it could rain on us, and that is a big, big concern. But other than those two things, well, there's also a park nearby, a little playground, but I mean, again, I was able to get far enough away from the playground that the audio should be fine. If it isn't, we can use the microphone to help, pick things up, help position the boom mics in a way that helps prevent it from being picked up, which would be good. But other than that, I'm happy with the location. I think it's gonna do what we needed to do. It covers all of our bases. It's gonna make life easier for us when it comes to filming. Especially since we're not having to travel a while to two different locations, we can just sit there and go, okay, we gotta load up, good. Okay, we gotta move to the next spot on the location here. Let us put some things away, walk on over, and start setting up. That's what we'll be able to do, which will be great. I think that'll be perfect for us. At least it's work around other than the weather. The weather, I don't think we'll be able to work around that. And that is very unfortunate, but again, if it does look like it's gonna rain, me and Amber need to come up. Well, even before then, we should come up with a plan to make sure, we're able to work around the fact that it could rain. Okay, I wanna have that planned. All right. So now that that's it with the search, let's move on into post. Before we move into post. Remember to comment and subscribe for more. Do not want to miss out, especially the search. You do not want to miss when that film comes out. It is going to be big. Also, comment down below. Comment down below what you're interested in seeing. If you're curious, if you want to see the search, let us know. I'd love to hear if you're interested in seeing this film. We've been working on this film for a while, and I can't wait for you all to see it when it's finally done. And, yeah. Now, let's get into post. First up, Talking Neurodivergent, episode 2. So, I filmed the episode earlier this week. It was a different person than I originally planned on it being, but it is filmed at least, which is great. I'm happy we got another episode released. I really like how the interview went. They gave some really good answers. I really feel like, especially with some of their experiences, you gotta just thinking about their answers while thinking about the previous episode's answers along with theirs. Really made me think a bit. I was able to think, compare and contrast and go, yeah, no, these are definitely different. You're going to be able to see these in here. Even though one had ADHD, one has autism, you can just tell that they had different experiences in life. And that's what I want to share with you all. I want you all to see how autism and ADHD and all these other neurodivergences impact people on a day-to-day. And I think that's perfect, and that's beautiful, and I love that. I can't wait for you all to see when this is done. Of course, once we are done with the search, getting that filmed, we're going to get to work on that. Along with the other projects, depends on how long, if I can get the Focus Part 3 done before we film, I'm going to try my best. Due might be after, I get that done after, but we'll see. I'm going to be working on these two as we move forward, so don't you worry. Speaking of Focus Part 3, on to Focus Part 3. So I've begun to work on the sound design of the film. The first thing I'm really going to be focusing on is adding the dialogue for the film. Once I add that, I'll start adding sounds and, probably, make it all work. Figure out ways to just kind of focus on the story itself to help enhance what I'm trying to go for. Figure out what I can do sound effect-wise to make it different. Then once all that's done, it'll be on to coloring, a bit of VFX, which will be great. And then go from there, which will be great. I'm looking forward to getting this recorded, uploaded. I think it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, once I start, I'll let you all know how that goes, of course. And yeah, that's it for Focus Part 3. On to Do. I have also begun work on the sound design for the film. I kind of need to sit down and really see what sounds I want to put where. I know I'm probably going to add a lightsaber sound effect because there is that in this. A sound for when the weird things are happening. Maybe some music. Depends on how I feel about music. I think music might not be needed. We'll see. I might sit down and trim the film a little bit just to... I was rewatching it recently, and I saw that there's some parts could have been trimmed down. It could have been a bit shorter, so I'm probably going to work on that a bit in the near future. Trimming all that down, making that... just to make sure it's nice and polished. I don't want it to be feeling like, I just threw this out together, I still want my films to be good and well made. I don't want you guys to sit here and be like, wow, this guy just shot this out in a weekend. No, I didn't. I actually spent some time and effort in these, and I wanted to feel like I have. Once I get that done, I'll actually add the sounds to the film, and then I think I'm gonna skip VFX and coloring. I think the lack of VFX with the lightsabers is perfectly fine. I think it just adds to the campiness of this film, and the coloring. I think the coloring for the film is fine. So that's going to save me some time and energy. This film might actually be done before Focus Part 3, which, hey, you know what? I'll take. If we can get both of these films done before the year is over, that'd be great. That is my hope. I think it's achievable. I do think it's achievable. Once those two are done, and we get the search recorded, it's on to you getting the Neurodivergent episodes recorded, and what else I've got planned, which I will be talking about at the end of the year. So, yeah. That's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. You don't want to miss out on what's coming down the pipeline. We got a lot. We got a lot for you all to see, so I can't wait for you all to check out what we are cooking up. So, yeah. This is Damien from DK Film Studios signing off, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye now.